Welcome to the Dad's Downtime Thinking and Drinking podcast. We're off to a great start, clearly. May have had a few already. This is the podcast where a few guys get around in a happy hour style podcast, and we have a few beers and just see where the conversation takes us. With me, I have Stephen Bassett, Tyler Cordell, and myself, Dave Stanley. Let's go ahead and start off and find out what we're drinking. Tyler, what do you got today?
So I've got the Nordic Farmhouse out of Groenfall Meadery. They are out of St. Albans, Vermont. It's a Saison style mead with cranberries. Very girly, but I like it.
What do you have in terms of alcohol content on that, and anything else that you want to kind of use to describe that beer or mead?
It's a 5.7. Pours red, which is kind of cool. And it's almost got like you can actually see like some of the residual cranberry pulp and stuff out of it, which is pretty awesome, I think. It's very limited ingredients. So you've got water, honey, cranberry juice, and potassium sorbate, and that's literally the only ingredients that are in it. So that's pretty sick.
Nice.
It's got a real tart flavor for like the first two. Like when you take the first two sips, it's very tart, but like once your palate kind of adjusts into it, it's just really sweet, and I like it. Yeah, I think it's a good alcoholic beverage.
Nice. What you got, Steve?
Okay. So I got Dreadnaught by Three Floyds.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah. Getting a lot of updates for it on my phone through my app. Never got it though. And Three Floyds is one of the breweries that I really, really do like a lot, along with Little Beaver. So saw the flight today, and I figured, you know what, I gotta get it. Gotta get it for the first podcast that we're doing with the boys. Figure it's a worthwhile beer to give it a shot. It is a 9.4% Imperial Double IPA. So
Steve will be drunk within the next 5 minutes.
That is a heavy hitter.
I mean, I just literally took a sip. I'm already feeling it.
Steve trashed already.
I might pass out.
End the podcast.
Yeah. So, yeah, I recommend it.
IBU on that one?
Good question. What is the IBU on it? 85.
85. Ooh, better.
Mm-hmm. So, right. What you got over there, Dave?
I'm working on a Lakefront Brewery Fixed Gear American Red IPA. There we go.
Oh, I like the labeling.
Yeah, it's really cool nice. Label. Really like Lakefront. We went up there for that brewery tour.
That was such a good tour too.
Best brewery tour I've ever been on. It's out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That is a 6.8% alcohol. Not sure what the IBU is on it quite yet. I haven't done my Untapped yet.
That's a good content beer, though.
Yeah, no, it's definitely your base. It seems like a pretty midline red IPA, kind of what you would expect from an IPA in general. Nothing super hoppy, but you can still get that bitterness in there. So yeah, and being someone who likes reds, ambers, and ryes is right up my alley.
Mm-hmm.
Love reds.
So to our first podcast. Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
You got it.
Insert, fake cheers, clinking metal or glass sound. Right there.
Clink. Come on. Clink.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. I got this.
Oh, there it is.
Dave, they had to be off camera when you do it. Come on.
Oh, sorry.
Come on. There we go.
What we need to do is actually record that sound, so whenever we do the cheers, soundboard it.
It's
when we get into our first fight, we will smash a bottle and I'll shank myself.
Well,
because we all know these muscles aren't going to stop either of you. So
I do like the soundboard idea, though. I think getting the soundboard. Cool, I don't know how we go about doing that, Dave. Is that anything to do with your mix board that you got, or is this something different?
I could put it on one of my buttons. That actually should be pretty easy if my software decides to act appropriately for a change.
Okay.
I haven't done it in a while. But getting back to, I guess it really is no topic here.
Oh yeah.
This podcast, we might start with a topic in particular. We might just see where it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the best way to think of this podcast is going to be a few guys having a few drinks after a long work week and
Oh, yeah.
seeing where it goes. It might be Star Wars one day and sports the next week, and if one thing flows into the other, that's where we end up.
Yep.
So
Anything's
Sit
on
back.
the table, I think.
sit back, relax, grab a beer and or a drink of your choice. Might not be beer, might be soda, or in
Make it-
Steve's
make
world,
it beer.
pop.
Make it be.
Um,
Why not
could
whiskey?
be whiskey,
Ooh,
rye,
whiskey. Ooh.
gin, vodka, anything that you want to drink it, do it.
I
I
saw an
condone it.
advertisement for a single malt the other day, and I was like, dude, I could kill for a whiskey right now. It's been a long
brand?
time since I've had whiskey. You know, I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. But it was popping up like all over my Twitter and Facebook. And it must have heard me talking about whiskey or something at some point. Because
Well, right. I mean, that's what our phones do now. They just
No kidding.
literally, telling you, dude, there's like, there's a documentary on Netflix. I'll have to look up what the name of it is. But
Yeah,
watch
please
it.
do.
And it's literally, it's always, it talks about how your phones listen to you and how it tries to grab your attention, how it focuses advertisements around the things that you talk about when even you're not using your phone, how to clickbait you into certain advertisements to get you to spend money and all this crazy stuff. Like,
Oh,
it's cool, dude.
is
Yeah,
it
it's cool.
is it clickbait if you really do need a bigger penis though?
Well,
Guilty as charged.
you see, it might not be. It might not be clickbait.
it just knows who the owner of the phone is.
I mean, it's that, and it's also the any of the devices, Google Home, Alexa,
Yeah,
all that
it's-
stuff. They just hear you talk, and next thing you know, I'm surfing the web, and I get an ad popping up for, Mandalorian stuff, or whatever. It's like, okay, I wasn't searching anything. You heard me say something,
Yeah.
to my wife or something. Next thing you know, I've got something on my phone. It's like, oh,
Elliot,
okay.
all of your feeds must be covered in Mandalorian ads because that's all you ever talk about. No. It's a fantastic.
Yeah, the ads thing. Like, there's been numerous times where, hold on one second. If you're gonna be down here, you have to be quiet, sweetie. There's been numerous times where, Sarah will be talking about something to me, just in random or whatever, one day, and then the very next day she jumps on Facebook and there's an ad for that same thing. It's like, she hasn't typed it in at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on her Facebook now.
It's a scary thought, man. It really is. Imagine all the shit that we've said that at some point or another, it's all stored somewhere. And
It's always got to watch what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like, be yourself.
It happened to me one time. I was over at a buddy's house and he was wrapping his laptop, right? With like this, it was almost like it wasn't actual rock, but like they made the texture feel like rock. And it was like this forest layout. It was super cool. And I was talking to him about it. And then I hadn't touched my phone the entire time I was there. Literally, I didn't check my phone until after I left his house. And I got in my car. And it was literally the first ad that popped up. And it was the exact skin. It was the exact skin that he wrapped his laptop in.
my god!
And I was like, how did that just happen? Like, and then I watched that Netflix documentary like 2 or 3 weeks later, and I was like, I get it now. It's crazy how much it listens to, like crazy.
Like, it's nice to have like things like the ads, whatever, at least pertain to something that might interest you. But to what point is it just too invasive?
It's
Yeah.
very invasive. Yeah, it's very, very invasive.
It's like you want to get the most out of the technology that you have, so you have to enable all these different features for your phone to be able to access and everything. But then how far is too far?
Yeah, and it's the scary thing is just to get it to stop doing that. Like you have to disable so many different features on your phone, and then your phone becomes like, it's like, why are you doing this? And it's like,
Well, right,
because
it's like,
you're creeping me out.
right, you don't want your phone to be able to access your microphone, but the second you disable your microphone, you can't make a phone call.
And your phone is having like a damn panic attack. Like, why are you turning on features?
There's too
This
many
whole thing.
apps and other things on your phone that require all that different stuff to intermingle. So you take off or disable one part, just like you said, Dave. now you can't make a phone call, or you
Right.
can't say a text, or if you at some point use the hands-free feature, like I don't with my phone. I don't do like the hit the Google and say my text that I want to say. But I mean, if you're that type of person, well, now you can't do that either. So it's like you have to allow access to that
Right.
stuff.
Right.
So you're allowing the invasiveness, but at the same time, you don't want it. But
Yeah, I mean Sarah
Yeah.
Sarah does the text to talk all the time. I hate it. She doesn't go through and read her text before she sends it to me, and there's plenty of mistakes in it.
oh
It's
yeah,
kind of annoying.
yep.
But no, like I will use the Google Home feature. And like you've been to my house before, Steve, before I
Mhm.
decided to sell it. I had a Google Home in every room of my house. Like everything, like my garage was smart enabled. Everything was smart
Yeah.
enabled.
Yeah.
And even the kids started picking up on how to turn music on and everything. In my car, I won't text and drive. I might shoot a text to somebody while I'm at a stoplight.
Mm-hmm.
But like if I want to change the music, I just reach up, squeeze the phone because that's how you activate the Hey Google feature on it, and tell it to play such and such music on my Spotify. But yeah, I mean it's always listening.
Tell you what,
Okay.
now that I'm actually looking for this single malt whiskey, I'm never gonna find it.
I was gonna say I don't know, Tyler. Though, have you
Like, I'm
had?
sitting here like trying to find it, scrolling through my phone, and I can't find it. But when I'm not looking for it, and I haven't even said anything about whiskey, it pops up. Doesn't
Have
make
you had Creekwater yet, Tyler?
I have not, no, but I've
Wow.
only heard good things about it. So
Yeah,
I need
dude.
to, I need to get some.
I've already drank a bottle of it, and I have another bottle that I actually have in storage that I'm waiting to crack open once I get the new house.
I can get you some creek water. There's a creek in the backyard.
The annoying bit is that I live in the Bible Belt, so like liquor stores in general typically are like few and far between. You're not going to find very many of them, and those that you do find have a very limited. So it's not like when you're up north and you can go to like Benny's and you've got every alcohol that you could imagine is there.
Yeah, I just wish
like that.
Creekwater's not at Benny's though.
Do they not carry it yet?
Oh no. The only way I've gotten it is going down to Tennessee or North Carolina.
Might
So
be
you
able
guys
to order it on like
Yeah, like Cask Cartel or something.
yeah.
But
It-
the thing is, it's
sorry
like
to interrupt real quick. You guys
Go
don't know how bad at podcasting I am. I definitely forgot to hit record on the video, so this might be an audio podcast this week.
All right. Well, could be worse.
I seriously thought I knew you were about to say I forgot to hit record. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. But it's like we got Craig, so it's like okay,
I'm
no
a
wait, our audio is
professional.
up.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead. Get back to your creek water discussion.
No, but I mean, yeah, the Cask Cartel. I think Creekwater. So I think Creekwater is like around $20 some in the store. Cask
Right.
Cartel, I think it's like 30, and then it costs like $30 to ship. So you're paying $60 for one.
I was gonna
bottle.
say,
It's like,
well, yeah, because you're
nah,
paying, yeah, the
too
convenience
much.
of it, and then you're going through a third party, who's trying to make their buck too. So,
Well,
but that's
exactly.
how I have to order my gin, because I drink that
Yeah,
Ryan
the
Reynolds gin.
Aviation, right?
The Aviation, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't sell it in
Well,
stores.
how is aviation gin?
Very, very good. It's
I need to try
one
that.
of the
Yeah, I
it's
want
one
to
of the
try that.
best gins I've ever had.
See,
Yeah.
Tyler,
Interesting.
whenever I do go down like the Tennessee area, if I'm ever near you, what I want to do is bring some Aviation down to you, so you don't have to be ordering and paying that, because
Oh my god.
it's everywhere up here. I mean, they've got those holiday bundles during the holidays where it gives you the gin, it gives you like the couple glasses and stuff. It's like
Oh.
$30, dude.
Dude, I'd kill
$30.
for it. Yeah, because I pay damn near 60 to 70 if I want it shipped out.
Yeah, that's too much, dude. You're getting ripped off. I can't believe that they don't have Aviation down by you though.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Well, like I said, like liquor stores have a very limited selection here. So like what you have is you've got like some of your higher end stuff like going into and it's not even higher end, I don't mean that, but like you go into like Grey Goose and stuff like that. They'll have stuff like that. Patron, your normal ones that you'll see at every liquor
Yeah,
store.
those Jack Daniels, all the yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the stuff you're gonna see. But then if you try to get any sort of like craft liquor, like if just like craft beers, there's not a whole lot in the ways of like craft beer selections here unless you go to specific stores to try and get it. And yeah, liquor's the same way. Unless you find like a bigger liquor store, which you're not going to unless you hit like a city here, which like the closest city to get to where I live is about an hour and a half drive, and I'm not driving in an hour and a half for some liquor. Like, just,
Steve, you are in luck, sir. There are some liquor stores that apparently sell creek water down in Houston.
oh, nice.
So once I get down there, just whenever you need a shipment
Well,
sent
that's
up.
because Tennessee and Texas are like best friends.
Excellent.
How about this? I'll find creek water for you, and if I can't find aviation, you can send me that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I feel like such an
Ooh,
idiot for not
aviation.
recording the video.
oh, you're good.
I mean, aviation's right here at Benny's, so yeah.
Yeah.
I really do want to try. Like the only time I've ever tried gin, or Dave,
Mhm.
that
I let
we
you
were
try
having
mine when we were up at the
that holiday
company
party.
Christmas party.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
right
and I liked
before
it, right?
right
And
before
didn't I
COVID
get?
hit. Yeah,
Wasn't I drinking gin and tonics then too?
you switched from beer to gin that night.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So before that, so I like gin too. I don't know what
Yeah.
kind of gin we were drinking.
I
It couldn't have
think
been like top shelf gin though,
that may have been Sapphire actually. It was either Sapphire or was it
or
Seagram's?
Bombay. It wasn't Bombay.
Well,
was
Bombay is Sapphire.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know my
It
gins.
could have been Seagram's. I'm not sure.
Which Seagram's is
Seagram's
lower
good.
quality, right? Or is it good?
Yeah, it's
Seagram's
lower.
it's lower,
Not
but it's good gin. It's
Not bad.
It's not bad gin.
I really do though want to try aviation. But either way, so like before that Christmas party, then Dave, the last time I had gin was in college, and it was like it tasted like straight pine needles, and it's like God, I can't. I can't do it.
It is very piney.
Gin is every gin you're ever gonna try is gonna taste
But
pretty,
I mean,
pretty piney. Not like super piney, but some of them.
You can adjust that flavor a little bit depending on if you want to have a gin and tonic with lime
Oh,
or versus a gin and tonic with cucumber.
gin and
Cucumber
tonic with
really-
cucumber is like one of my favorites.
there are
It's
some-
a very clean, refreshing flavor at that point.
Yeah.
there are some good vodkas.
I generally prefer the gin and tonic or vodka tonic with lime. I like that bit of citrus in there.
Yeah.
But a
I
gin and
agree.
tonic with cucumber is just a nice clean taste.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So
I agree 100%.
Yep.
yeah.
Well, they
I don't-
do aviation. They've got other ingredients in theirs that kind of dull out that juniper taste because that's where you're getting that piney taste is the juniper. The juniper has a very reminiscent smell and kind of flavor of pine needles. But they add something else in there that kind of dulls that out. I forget what it is. So it's not like you're inhaling, pine when you're drinking it. It's actually it's got multiple different flavors that you're kind of tasting all at once.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
what
enough. I don't know enough about the backstory of gin.
Well, just watch
yeah.
one of Ryan Reynolds' ad videos about it, and you'll figure it out. The dude is great at marketing. If he's anything, he's great at marketing.
Ryan Reynolds is great at everything.
He's just great looking.
That's true. That's
He
true.
is like God amongst men.
That's very true.
I mean, he's no Pedro Pascal, but
I mean, if Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman had a baby, that'd be one good-looking kid.
I just
That's
love
true.
the fact that they have a feud going.
Those-
God.
They're gonna have some.
Marketing.
They're gonna have hate sex and make a baby.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Like the most gorgeous love child on the face of the planet.
It'd be-
With the most
so-
amazing
so-
bone structure.
And then Ashton Kutcher will be its godfather.
Yeah. pretty
Oh.
much. Oh,
I love Ashton Kutcher.
dude.
You
Give
would-
him that
you wouldn't
god
be able-
awful accent from the ranch.
You wouldn't be able to look at the kids like you just go blind.
Yeah, it's the opposite Medusa effect in a sense.
Yeah.
So you're going
Yeah,
blind not
literally.
from ugliness. You're going blind just because it's so
Yeah,
godlike.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You You'd just be like borderline instinctively dropping to your knees to praise it. Like you won't even know it like clicks in the back of your brain, but you're
Because
just
it
gonna
just
Right.
drop
happens.
to your knees
Right.
and be like,
It's like, oh my gosh,
what a beautiful man.
I have lived now. I can be on a forsaken planet.
You know,
Realistically, that'll be the Antichrist.
Ryan
That
Reynolds
will be
makes
the Antichrist.
Ryan Reynolds makes Deadpool look good.
That's true. Deadpool doesn't make Ryan Reynolds look good as the other.
and damn, does Ryan Reynolds have a good looking wife?
Oh, Blake Lively is something, man.
Ooh-wee.
Okay.
So does Ashton Kutcher.
Oh yeah.
Oh, where'd my pen go?
Yeah.
I gotta make sure I make note of this for the blurb about the podcast.
So
Blurb.
So going off the aviation gin still, I just remembered too with the fact that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have that feud,
Right.
feud going.
Right.
Sam's Club sells, I believe, Hugh Jackman's coffee.
Oh, Laughing Man. Yeah.
And
He has coffee?
Ryan Reynolds aviation gin.
Yeah, Laughing Man coffee. I've actually tried 3 of his different coffee flavors. I tried the what's it? The breakfast blend, and I tried his dark, and then I forget what the other one. But they're all very good.
See, I don't drink coffee.
Very tasty coffee.
I should probably get some for my wife though.
And it's affordable. It's not.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Feel
it's
free-
not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you say?
So feel free to get me some too, Steve.
Oh, the coffee?
I want to
Yeah.
say that I can't remember how much I ended up paying for it, but it wasn't.
Well, Dave, I don't drink coffee, so it'd be from Myra, and I don't know. Myra likes her Folgers. I don't know if she wants.
Ew.
Yeah, so if you get his,
She drinks Folgers?
Yeah.
Gross.
my brother drinks.
I
That
don't
is
drink coffee at
awful.
all, dude. All you guys are ill, dude. Come on.
Folgers?
I'm not. Yeah.
Oh
For
my god.
For a bag of his house blend, it's a 12-ounce bag. It's $15.
12 to 15 bucks.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So it's not terrible. In accordance to some of the other ones that you'll end up paying for, like craft coffees, like
Oh.
some coffee shops will charge you an arm and a leg for certain.
Yeah, no
like,
kidding.
12-ounce bags. So,
You know that what's it called? That Robert England Dead Sled coffee.
oh yeah, the Dead Sled. Yeah.
So that was really good, but I mean it cost me $100, but I got 2 bags of coffee.
Are you talking about
a
Dead
tee-
Sled?
Yeah, a T-shirt.
Yeah, you got some merch. with
Magnet.
it, too.
Yeah, there's a coffee mug. They just did a Kiss collaboration, and the coffee.
Oh,
So
Dave.
the coffee. What's up?
Let me know if they do a Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, if they were doing
Ooh.
Zeppelin, I'd let you know. But hear me out on this. Like, I don't know if I'd actually pre-order from them again. So they did the Kiss collaboration, limited 4,000 bags, and this was like, I'm not sure if they still have any pre-orders left right now. I can look that up.
probably not.
So
2,000 bags will go fast.
Well, that you would think,
Yeah.
but they're let's see. Nope, still have pre-orders available.
Really?
Wow.
And you wanna know why?
But how
Because
much are
you
they
get-
charging?
You get 4 bags of coffee, 12-ounce bags of coffee, I believe. All right, and they're each unique. Each bag has a different color palette and a different member of Kiss on each bag.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then you get a
Star
coffee
Child.
mug. All right, you get a coffee mug. The coffee is a Brazilian Honduras blend with notes of chocolate and dark cocoa.
Okay.
So it sounds really, really good.
Yeah.
How much would you expect to get or to purchase a 4 bags of coffee and a coffee mug?
Okay,
I'm
so realistically speaking, if we're talking normal, it would probably be in the neighborhood of let's just say that we're going off a Laughing Man, right? And that's like standard.
Yeah.
So 15. So that'd be 60. You said you get a coffee mug, that's about 10, 15. So you're talking 75.
75-ish.
Right. Yeah, you're talking 75-ish dollars. But I know
Right.
because
Yeah.
it's Kiss,
Now, right
they're
now,
probably pushing 100, 150.
So now keep in mind, I spent $100 on the pre-order for the Robert England blend.
Exactly.
All right, 2 bags, baseball
That's 2
style.
bags?
That's 2 bags of coffee, baseball
Yeesh.
style T-shirt, stickers, magnet, and a coffee
It
mug.
works. Yeah.
I spent $100 on that.
Mhm.
They wanted $150 for
Oh.
4 bags of coffee.
You're right,
and a
Tyler.
Thought, yeah. I knew it.
That is insane. Like, I understand, like, limited edition, but clearly you mispriced your coffee if a week and a half later or a week later, you still have a bunch of pre-orders left.
Right, yeah.
Even for a legendary band like Kiss.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Like, on Twitter, like half of the, I think it was like half, a bunch of the replies to their tweet saying that the pre-orders were out was just like, I'm not dropping $150 on that.
Right.
On that. That's
I feel
ridiculous.
like standard for so if they're gonna do collabs, right? With celebrities or bands or anything, standard rate across the board. You have to do a standard rate across the board. Doesn't matter if you're getting more bags of coffee. Remove the merch if you have to.
Mhm.
Make it all worth $100, and that'll be worth it.
Right.
So you got merch with 2 bags. Say this is 4
Yeah.
bags, no merch. It'd still be worth $100 because you're
And-
getting that special limited edition, only so many bags made kind
Right,
of coffee.
Don't get me wrong. I really enjoy Dead Sled's coffee. It's fantastic coffee. They could have done so much better. I like the coffee mug. Do 2 bags of coffee. Do the same thing that you do with the Robert England blend.
Throw
You could
2
do it
people on the bag. You have 4 members of Kiss. Throw two members on the bag.
Exactly.
because
2
they
a
have
bag.
they have a really cool logo of like the 4 members. See if I can pull it up real quick for the coffee mug. See if I can find that real quick. But they could have done so much better had they. Let's see. Here. They could have done so much better had they taken that logo, just put it on 2 bags, maybe make 1 unique bag or whatever,
Right.
and then do a concert style T-shirt.
Right.
Do a
Yeah. Oh yeah.
do a 70s or 80s style rock
Oh yeah.
concert tour
Oh,
T-shirt.
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Sell it for the $100 with the mug, the cup, a magnet, and 2 bags of coffee, and it would have
Right.
sold. I think they went way too expensive on this. But I mean, it's a cool looking mug. You can kind of see the logo there.
Are you showing it?
Oh yeah, you guys should be able to. Hold on.
This
You
shoe's not up.
guys can't see it. That's right. It's gonna mess up the. Let's see if I can do this real quick. Share my screen. Where's that button?
Give me a Mothership Coffee by Led Zeppelin. Oh,
That would be cool.
All right, so you
I
guys
would-
can
I would
kind of
die.
now.
That's a cool mug.
Yeah,
That's a cool mug.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
like they
wild.
could
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
done so much better if they just did that with like a concert, like a 1980s style concert tour,
Right.
shirt with 2 bags of coffee.
Boy,
Yeah.
you know,
That'd be sick. Yeah.
the sad part is no one's gonna be able to see this because our
No, it's recording now.
Oh, you started recording the video too.
Right. So I might
Okay.
throw that up there with like
Cool.
a blurb in the beginning. It's like, hey, I'm an idiot and not record the beginning of the podcast.
You're not an idiot, dude.
Well, I
No,
mean, I
I hear
am.
you.
For
I am
podcast
an-
jitters.
In general, I am an idiot.
That's different.
Right.
That's sick though. Yeah, no, like the idea of collabing with like bands and celebrities for coffee or beer or any sort of liquor or anything like that. That's always I think
Mhm.
that's super cool. But price it right. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
They did not price that one right
Yeah,
whatsoever.
they shot themselves in the foot, yeah.
I wonder if at some point they do lower the price if they don't sell out their pre-orders, or if they just bite the bullet and
Well, that's
stick
gonna-
to their guns.
That's gonna suck for the people that already paid for those pre-orders though at
Yeah, I don't think- I don't
150
think they
unless
can
they
change it.
refund, which most
They
companies
won't.
won't do that.
They
yeah.
won't.
Because
They won't.
they've already come out and said that they're not gonna sell the bags individually after the pre-order, and they will not be selling the coffee after the pre-order. Like this is literally the only way you can get this stuff.
Jesus.
So
Sold
okay,
out.
so if nobody pre-orders, like, are they gonna go until the pre-orders are done, or are they basically saying if no one pre-orders in a certain amount of time, they're basically just gonna have to eat the rest of that coffee and throw it away? That doesn't make any sense.
I have no idea.
That's the stupidest.
Yeah,
It was-
that's just not
I don't think they judged the market.
terrible
well
business.
enough.
That's
model if
bad.
they did
That's
that.
bad business. Like really bad business.
It's like it sucks. It's like I don't want to rip into this company because I do like this company. I like their coffee.
But at the same
But-
time, Dave, I mean,
Every
It is what it
company
is,
makes a
yeah.
misstep. Every company makes a misstep.
Yeah. Now, if they want to, do a collaboration with a band that I really care about, then
Oh, yeah.
I might be willing to. But Kiss is so. I mean, they died out a while back, and they've just continued to go downhill. Like the most
Right.
popular Kiss right now is Gene Simmons and his reality TV show, which I don't even think
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing it anymore.
I think we'd all appreciate a Led Zeppelin collab. I do.
Steve, that's just because you love Led Zeppelin.
I mean,
Dave,
everybody
you
loves
and
Led
I, Dave,
Um,
we've gone
how
to how
many
many
years?
Led Zeppelin?
I think we went to what, 3 or 4?
I think so.
Golly.
Yeah.
I'd kill.
Tribute
I would
tribute
kill.
bands. Get the lead out. My God, those guys are good. Those guys are really good.
I would love to see them again.
I would too.
I'm sorry, Steve. I can't fly up here every year to see a Led Zeppelin cover band with you, though.
I'll tell you what though, if you guys like collab band stuff, have you guys ever dabbled with Kings of Leon ever?
With Rock Band.
Okay, yeah. So Kings of Leon is they're a pretty interesting band as far as like trying to be I don't think is ingenuitive a word. I can't. I feel like it might be. No.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
You
It
get
is
what I'm
on-
saying. Is they're
sure,
trying
George,
to.
sure, George Bush.
It is on this podcast.
Thank you. Thank you. So I feel like they tried to change like modern rock sound. So, but anyways, they hooked up with a brewing company out in Nashville called Happen Harry's. And Happen Harry's
what?
make Happen Harry's, HAP
Okay.
and Harry's. They make really phenomenal beer, and every time I've gone to Nashville, I've tried one of their beers, and it's always fantastic beer. But they made one with Kings of Leon called Neon Leon.
Oh, I've heard
And
about that.
That's
I'll
cool.
tell you
I
what,
did not.
it is one of the best beers they have ever made. Just a really good light IPA flavor, goes down like water, like it's perfect. Like they did such a good job on the flavoring. And so yeah, like if you guys are ever wanting to come to Nashville, we'll have to go to Happen Harry's and we will hit up all their taps because they have great beer and you'll have to try the Neon Lamp. Definitely one of the best beers I've tried by them.
What kind of beer is it?
It's an IPA, as
All right.
far as I know.
Okay.
I think that's remember it. I think I remember it saying.
I mean, I think any of those are up our alley, but Dave, IPAs in particular are right up our
Oh.
alley.
Yeah.
Right.
I think you're more of like the double IPAs. I like the Reds, Rise, the Ale, or
Yep.
Reds, Rise, and Ambers.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Tyler drinks. Tyler
I
lives
drink
far
everything.
He drinks
drink
mead.
everything.
Well, I mean, I drink everything too,
Yeah,
realistically.
I like everything. I like porter stouts, IPAs.
Oh.
yeah.
Mm.
Throw them all at me. I'll drink
Yep.
them all.
I think we're basically all in that same boat right now. Dave, you don't tolerate or stand the upper alcoholic beers
Yeah, I
just
don't-
yet. But Dave, remember, you had a very limited palate up until I started to get you to branch out, and now you have really branched
Oh, yeah.
out. So I think
Well, I
within
mean, it
a
was one of those
year-
things where it's like during that time, I was big into the browns, some porters.
Hmm.
I was kind of
That's
off
a
the
good
stout.
starting point.
I was
That's a
kind
good
of
starting
off
point.
the stouts at that time. And you being not somebody who likes chocolate and coffee and everything, you really didn't have much interest in those at that time.
Dessert
So
beer. Yeah.
as you went from IPAs into the porters and stouts, I was going from the browns and the porters and stouts down into the IPAs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Like we kind of blended each way. But
Yeah.
now all these double IPAs are coming out, and those are just hitting a little bit harder than I want.
There's
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
There's a double IPA out of this brewery down here. They're called Yeehaw Brewing Company. They're a little overpriced as far as like a craft beer goes, but they do have a double IPA called the Big Hoppa. And I'll tell you what, that is one of the smoothest double IPAs I've ever tasted. And it does not hit like a double IPA. It doesn't feel like you're drinking a double IPA. It's just a super smooth, citrusy. Oh, that's
Ooh, that's that strong one, isn't
cool.
it, Steve?
What, Dave?
That's that strong one that you picked up over at Flight that one
What is
night.
that, like a Gundam suit on a hop?
Yeah.
This is a different one, Dave. I thought I had this one. I have not tried this one. This is a dry
right.
hopped.
We were looking at that one, and we decided
Yeah.
not to because it was expensive.
It turned out it was only $3.88. They actually had a price tag on it this
shit.
time. Yeah, $3.88. It's like, yeah, I get it. I'll get it.
So
And
that was what? That's a double hop, isn't it?
it's a double. It's an 8%er. Like
Alright.
I said, a 9.4 and an 8. So yeah, I'll be feeling pretty good after these.
Make sure
Yeah.
you guys send
You're gonna
me
be feeling a little warm.
on Discord. Make sure you guys send me what you guys are drinking today, so I can put it in our blurb.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Good call, Dave. Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 70 IBU as well, Dave.
Oh, it's not bad. That's a
That's
nice.
not, yeah. It's a crisp, not a bitter.
Yeah.
Let's see,
I expect that
don't
from
know.
Revolution, though. I don't think they really have anything super bitter.
I've tried a few of Revolution's beers,
Mm-hmm.
especially when I've come up north, because Revolution's a lot bigger up there than they are down here.
It's Chicago Brewery, for sure.
Revolution had one of the first porters that I liked. That was Eugene Porter.
Eugene Porter's good. I like
That's a
that.
solid
I
porter.
think I've tried the Eugene.
Revolution is just a good.
I used to
brewery.
Yeah,
I used to refer to my different beers as like I had let's see there was the Elliot Ness. I can't remember all the ones I used to drink. Oh no, it was the Edmund Fitzgerald.
That's the Lakefront, isn't it?
That's not Lakefront. That's what was that? Great Lakes.
I love that beer.
That's a good beer, but it used to be Uncle Eddie, Grandpa Eugene. I had my different named beers that I would drink.
That's cool.
What was I
Yeah,
looking at?
Revolution. I've tried
Ooh,
I've
that's
tried like
good.
3 or
That's
4 of their beers. And I think I bought one when I came up there for Matt's. What was the baby shower I came up there for? Can't remember.
Leia?
Was it?
Ramona's.
No, Ramona was the first one, wasn't she?
Yeah, but wasn't Tyler there for that?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't come up for Ramona's. I think because I came up
Yeah,
for Ramona's baptism.
Because I wasn't around for Ramona's. It was Leia's where I sat on Tyler's lap and fed him, and he fed me a
Oh,
beer from a bottle, and then we did, and we vice
I
versa.
remember.
fond memories. Fond memories. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I bought Revolution when I was there for.
Yeah,
that.
you had that blood orange one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
was
was
the Abe
Revolution.
Lincoln.
No,
It was
It's like
Abe
21st
Lincoln on it.
Amendment. No, that
that
wasn't
was the
Revolution.
21st Amendment.
That's 21st Amendment.
Mm,
Yep. Which that was pretty good.
They've got solid
that was
beers.
good. Yeah,
Uh,
it was a good beer.
Heretic has solid beers. That was a few years ago. I gave you that "Make America Juicy Again." I think it was when we were out
The
golfing that one day.
names for freaking
Yeah.
microbreweries.
It was really
cracked
good
me
though.
up.
It's a great beer.
That's what makes microbreweries so good, dude. Is they got the goofiest names. They don't just stick to the Miller
Right.
Lite and the dumb shit like that. Come on,
Right. Yeah.
have some creative names.
Because I've opened my palate to IPA so much, or to be much wider. I've just started picking beers based on names and
Titles. Yeah.
and artwork.
Oh yeah.
I think it was like a week or two ago. I picked up a 4-pack of Karate Cats and a 4-pack of Blood of the Unicorn. So like every Friday night, because I'm living at my mom's temporarily while we sell the house, and by our new house down in Houston, we have a Friday night bevs. So we let the kids go run off or whatever, stay up past their bedtime, whatever.
Yeah.
And then me, my wife, my mom, and my stepdad, we just kind of stay up until like 11, 12 o'clock and drink and talk and whatever. And that night it was just like, I want to open this other beer, Blood of the Unicorn. It's like a red IPA of some sort. And just like, my daughter loves unicorns. I should probably not open this can or bring this can out while she's sitting next to me.
Definitely do it. Kill the unicorn dream. Kill it. Squash it right now at a young
Yeah.
age.
Yeah, so I was like, maybe not. But
Well,
in terms of
she's gonna be 47 and she's gonna have her house decorated with unicorn paintings and sculptures and all this crazy shit. There's this one. I don't know if it was one of my aunts or somebody. It was somebody. I went to their house and they were obsessed with dolphins. Right? Love dolphins. I'm not joking. They had like every obsession with dolphins. I walked into her house, bro. You know, like those little angel sculptures that like grandmas buy all the time. She had that, but dolphins.
is it what, like those precious
Everywhere, like,
precious moments,
everywhere.
those little
Oh,
precious
yeah.
moments.
But it was
porcelain
Precious
things.
moments and Hummels and things like that. Because
Okay,
my mom does that shit too.
let's point something out about precious moments real quick because I've always
Oh,
had this idea about precious moments and it kind of creeps me out. Is it was created by a pedophile because 9 times out of 10 when you look at precious moments, it's naked children
Well, they're cherubs.
fishing or
They're
whatever.
cherubs.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're designing naked children. You're designing naked children, and I mean, like, the designs are elaborate, dude. The only thing they're
Oh,
missing are their private parts, and it's like, bro, whoever created this shit is fucked, bro. Like, whoever created Precious Moments is fucked.
Is this the jumping off point for that to the podcast? I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying, dude.
Is this
I'm just
is
saying.
this where we draw the line?
Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah.
Tyler
Precious-
talking about naked little children.
I'm not talking. I'm talking about how screwed it up. But it'll be.
Somebody
know?
cut Tyler off too.
You're cut, dude. You're cut.
It's fucked that
Oh,
somebody
God.
designs. You know, I just think it's weird. I've
So-
always thought it was weird. Like ever since I was a kid, I saw those things and I was like, somebody's fucked.
Did any of you guys get those as like ornaments and shit? Because my mom or
used to have
grandma
them.
always got them for
Oh, my
like
grandma.
Christmas present. It's all, oh, here's another Precious Moments ornament. I'm like, why the hell do I want this?
I don't need that.
My-
I don't need a naked. I don't need a naked child.
I don't want that. Like to
Yeah.
come on, you're a kid. Do
No,
you
my
want to
mom.
get an
I
ornament
think my
that's
mom had
fragile?
them. I think my mom had them
Oh, yeah.
too. My mom used to collect the little like comics. They weren't precious moments. I forget what they were called. The little comics of like the two little kids. It's like 1 or 2 scenes at a time.
You're not talking about like Calvin and Hobbes, right?
No,
Oh, Calvin and Hobbes is classic.
I'll have to
Yeah.
look it up. Gosh, I don't know what the hell. I can't remember what they're called.
Yeah, I can't recall what you're thinking, Dave.
I'll find it. Maybe.
Actually, I have a picture. I went to a Volkswagen convention with my ex one time, and she was obsessed with like Beatles and buses and stuff like that. And somebody had their Volkswagen fender, like their fender well over their tire. I think it was their driver's side tire was decorated in Calvin and Hobbes comic.
Okay.
It was super cool. I was like, dude, I love Calvin and Hobbes, so that's like perfect.
Gosh,
That
why
was-
can't I think of what this is called?
That was back when, unfortunately, newspapers were still relevant. Now,
Oh God, yeah.
I don't think
I was-
anybody reads a newspaper.
I was
nowadays.
just having this conversation with my dad the other day. Like, my kids will never understand what the Sunday funnies are.
Oh no.
How
and-
how awesome it was to get the comics in color on Sundays. And
Sunday
then
funnies to them now are TikTok videos.
right, and then like they had, like every once in a while they'd put like a magic eye in there,
Oh
you
boy,
stare- and you stare
Imagine
at the
Right.
newspaper like
those,
cross
dude.
it, like
those messed up your eyes looking at
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, they
My
did.
dad used to get the like magic eye books, like the 50 pages of different magic eyes that you'd have to, it's like, oh my
Right.
god, my eyes hurt from this one.
Super.
I got 49 more of these to do. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's like
Yeah.
I'm in pain.
Yeah.
Dude, Magic Eye, that was a thing back in the day. That thing,
Oh.
like, I just feel like it went from here, and then you just never heard of it anymore. It just
Yeah,
died.
so the comic I'm thinking of is called. It's like a little like one or two kind of whatever it's called scene or square thing
My
at a
creepy
time.
little teddy bears.
Let's see.
You're just like, yeah. Talk about
My mom and my aunt, my sisters, they were all over here this weekend and all week last week or this week. And they didn't take those. And I was pissed. And I was like, I'm gonna take these teddy bears out of my room, man. At least they took the creepy baby doll that was like just chilling right here.
That's scary, Tyler.
Dude, that thing was creepy, but it was like my grandma's doll that she had growing up or whatever. And I was like,
That's right here. Love is. Just two.
Oh,
But
yeah, two little
there's a-
naked children
always-
walking around.
I
Love
don't
is turning his head. You don't remember those?
recall this, Dave.
Let's see. It's showing up on the
Two
recording.
naked children.
Two naked children. Yeah.
Is
Get
that supposed
it out
boy?
of here.
Girl?
We don't need that.
What's up, Steve?
That's a boy, right, with the black hair?
Yeah, it's a little boy, little girl.
Hey, dude, it's 2021. Don't assign genders.
Yikes, dude. That girl's
That's-
totally naked there.
They're both thems. I told you, dude. Like,
Wait, is that precious moment shit?
telling you, dude.
Oh man, you can
Old
see
people were into some fucked up shit, dude.
Dave.
Burning his
Dave,
head.
Dave, what are you watching over there, Dave? Come on.
What did you like to know?
Get that off of my screen.
Yeah, cancel that stream, Dave. Come on.
See
Oh,
this? Showing
so
up? It's not showing up now.
creepy.
What the hell? All right. Anyways, I'll take the little kids off my
Yeah,
screen. Don't need that.
appreciate it. Appreciate it.
I mean, that was completely publicized material, so nothing up with that.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not stealing that for profit or anything. Which reminds me, I need to make sure for the intro music that I credit the right company and right place.
Yeah. Don't get
Don't
copyright struck.
If you want, at some point, we can try and just come up with our own music.
Or any of you artistically
Oh yeah, dude.
Get drinking.
or
We just
musically
start
talented?
beatboxing and everything. That'd be great.
Anybody
What?
musically talented in here?
I took choir all the way up through high school.
All right, go ahead. Go sing us an intro.
Yeah.
Three dudes thinking and drinking, having some brews, looking like
Pooh.
poo. We don't know what we're saying. We don't know what we're doing, but please listen. I got nothing. I'd have to come up. I'd have to
Your
come up.
choir years paid off, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
I sang
Yeah.
choir. I
Cheers.
sang choir back in like
Cheers.
3rd, 4th, 5th grade.
It's
I think people.
second.
I think people would actually pay me to not sing now.
Oh, yeah.
Dave, people just don't want you. I mean, I'll pay you just to.
People
Go
might pay me.
Now,
People
Yeah.
might pay me to not exist.
I like Dave.
Tyler, come on. Do you though?
Exactly.
Uh,
I kind of like Dave.
Exactly.
I put up with Dave.
let's
Just like I
just
say-
put up with you, Steve.
hey,
Dave
hey,
says
come
some
on.
shit that
We actually
sucks.
love each other though.
On the down low, I love you though.
On the down low. Dave, I mean, all Dave's got are, his
I'm
kids
tall.
and his best
tall.
friend.
I don't have
He's
any
got
friends.
that man. He's got that man bun coming in.
It's not a bun. It's a ponytail.
Well, let's get in there.
I got a haircut.
I didn't say it. I didn't
Hey, you
say
got the
you were
side
at the man
shave.
bun.
What'd you say, Steve?
Got the side shaved.
Yeah. Got the sides and the back shaved.
That's what I got.
And then I
I
trimmed up
cut
this a
off
little
and
bit.
it's long up top.
And I think I need to actually.
Look at
I,
Look at that.
I'm gonna have her go a little bit shorter next time.
I can do what Dave's doing if I wanted to. I can have that.
I mean, I
little
think all of us realistically
ponytail on the back.
can.
Yeah,
This is what COVID does to you.
literally. Oh, putting back the beanie.
It's all right though. It's all right. I've got my second vaccination shot is scheduled. It's on the books.
Oh yeah, I haven't
have
gotten
not-
one of those.
I've not gotten a single one. I've been hearing more and more of my friends that are getting it, whether or not they're, you, Dave, or people at the dog park. My parents got them. Myron's parents got them. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to.
The thing to understand about it is like, yes, people feel like shit after their second shot, but it's not because of what's in the shot that's making you sick. It's your body working overtime to create the antibodies to not get sick.
Right.
Sarah got her second shot, and she was laid out for, I don't know, half a day, 2/3 of a day. She just kind of laid in bed all day, sleeping, whatever, slept it off, woke up, showered, felt great.
Bro, they're not even talking about it here. Like, no one talks about
Really?
it. Yeah, like, if you even watch, well, maybe if you watch the news. I don't watch the news. But, like, the company that I work at, have been so gung-ho about trying to, like, keep control and containing and, all that stuff. But, like, the words vaccination have not been brought up once. And it's like, you would
Really?
think for a company that's, like, trying so hard to make sure that they're containing the situation, they would try and tell people to go out and get their
Right, because I mean,
vaccination
you work
shot.
in a factory where you're kind of within close quarters of a lot of people.
Right, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Steve
we
Steve
recently
and I
had,
are
like,
lucky where we get to work from home right now,
right.
and I've got a vacation, like going on vacation in a few weeks here,
That's
and
crazy, Dave, man. That's
you know what?
over
I'm
a
not.
year overdue, basically.
Yeah, it's
Almost a
well
year.
over. Yeah,
Crazy.
it was supposed to be back in September, and that
Yep.
didn't happen last year because of COVID. But I mean, like we're going down to Florida, which is the literal cesspool of the
Earth.
Earth right now. No offense, Florida. I love you. You guys have
No, Florida's
that
terrible.
you guys have that big mouse that I absolutely love.
I'll take a hatchet straight to Florida, man. I hate
But yeah, so we're going to Disney,
I hate it. I
and
hate Florida.
I'm happy that I literally get my second dose of the vaccine 2 weeks before we go on vacation. So at
Oh,
that
wow.
point,
That worked out very well.
I will be fully vaccinated.
That worked out really well, Dave.
Yeah. Sarah's already fully vaccinated. My stepdad's fully vaccinated. My mom will be about a week into her second dose by then. So, like, I'm not overly concerned about being around all those people down there.
I'm not going to lie to you, though. I'm not overly concerned, and I'm not vaccinated at all.
Yeah, I think in general, public has become a lot more easygoing in terms of wearing masks outside the home and knowing when to wear masks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To where I think the threat is significantly lower. I'm curious to see what kind of numbers come about since we just had spring break across the country.
Oh,
Well,
And
I mean,
clearly Miami was not enforcing that shit.
yeah, I heard a little bit of I'm not 100% sure what happened with Miami, but I heard a little bit. But I mean, I saw something on the news, and I'm kind of with you, Tyler. I don't watch the news much anymore because there's no point to. It's kind of just all negative.
it's all negative. Yeah.
Mhm.
All
But I mean,
negative.
they said something about around the Easter holiday there was a major uptick in COVID cases and deaths again. But it's like
Yeah, but like, how much of that is?
propaganda. Who
So much
knows?
of it gets labeled as COVID. Like, they tried to label my grandma as COVID, and she had pneumonia. Like, she passed away from pneumonia,
Well,
not COVID.
COVID causes the
It can,
pneumonia.
right? Yeah, but she had pneumonia, and they tested her for COVID like 4 times, and she came back negative every time. They did every test. They did the 24-hour, they did the 72-hour test, they did the immediate test, they did everything, and every time it came negative, and they were like, "Yeah, no, it's just pneumonia." And then when she
It
passed, they were like,
happens.
"Well, it could be COVID," and I was like, "Bro, she got tested for COVID 4 times, and it's negative every time." Like, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it's a pneumonia. It's not COVID.
Here,
So,
Steve, this was spring break Miami. Go ahead and count
Lord.
count the masks.
Count the
Well,
masks.
this is Fort Lauderdale, sorry, but still Florida. Go ahead and count masks for me.
Oh
Yeah, I
my
see none.
God. Do not see a single mask.
Yeah.
I do
So-
not get how that many people can be on a beach at a time.
Yikes, dude.
Oh, I don't
that's-
know.
And
I
the
don't
police
know.
are right there. They're not doing anything either. But I mean, at that point, what can you do?
The
Like,
police aren't
Right.
wearing masks.
Right.
That's
No,
when you know they're not horsing it.
oh
The
boy.
police weren't even wearing them.
I think people are getting to that point where they just want to say "F it, dude."
Yeah,
Done. Done.
we are
with-
absolutely as
That's
a world. I'm not
100% America. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say as America. I mean, as a world, like my wife has clients in Germany, and they're on like full lockdown still. Like you can't be
all
out.
of Europe, from what I've heard.
You can't be
has,
out
like-
past a certain hour
Yeah,
Yeah.
And if
speaking
you-
of Europe got hit hard again.
Oh,
with
yeah.
all the variants. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you
I don't-
can't walk down the street without having a purpose to go somewhere.
What is going on over there, dude? Like, how are they so much different than us to where,
Well,
I
they
mean,
got hit. They got hit with a new strain before we ever
we
got.
Well, that's the
have all-
thing,
like, all
Ameri-
those strains are here.
America is supposed to be the shit stain of the world.
Well, just because we're not getting hit with COVID is hard doesn't mean we're not.
Yeah.
True.
Does
Yeah.
not mean that we're not.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's God. God.
Oh boy. So
always,
anybody
I
on
think-
there-
always fun.
I'm
Who's-
still on board for the Canada thing, by the way.
who's on their second? Who's on their second one so far?
I don't
I'm
have
right
a
here.
second one with me. I'd have to go out.
I gotta pee. I know that.
Dave,
I just don't. I don't want to. I don't want to run off the set of the first podcast though.
I know.
come on, Dave. You gotta be professional, my dude.
To be fair, like I said, I drank this right before I drank the first beer.
Hey, you can always edit out the pee break. Just saying.
Not really.
Actually, no, he couldn't because if he probably cut all our conversation unless we just said, "Screw
Right.
it, let's
I
let's
really gotta pee.
kill the conversation for a minute."
Like
I mean, if
pause
we
it.
want
Yeah,
to do that, we could.
pause it.
It's up to you, Dave. If you
No,
want.
I mean you guys can keep talking. I don't care. I'm gonna go take a leak.
There you go.
Keep
There you
talking.
go. There you go.
All right, so Tyler, I got a gripe, not with you, but with what you're wearing. So,
What?
yes. So they take on Florida, okay? They take the
Yep.
Panthers. They take them out both games.
Yep.
Unbelievable. I'm surprised as
Yeah,
how they took out Florida
fantastic.
both games. And then you go and you play Nashville twice and you get clapped both times.
Well, they're playing Nashville again today.
Yeah, but we lost to the Preds twice.
Yep.
And then we go and we play Carolina for 2 games, and we beat Carolina the first game, and then we actually look, like we can keep up with them still, but we lose, that last game. How the hell are they able to take on teams that are going to probably make fairly deep runs in the playoffs, but yet we can't even take on a team that's barely 500 like the
Because
Preds?
Chicago's still proving to be the most inconsistent team in the league. They have their super crazy stretches of like super strong games, and the coaching is done really well. The
Are you on
players
board
don't-
with Carlton now, or were you? I forget if you liked him or you didn't like him. Because I really don't have any issues with Carlton.
No, I like Colladin for the most part. I think there are some times where he makes bad calls, but I think there's that's every coach. I mean, you can't get
Yeah.
into any sport and look at every
You
single
make
coach
bad
and say
calls.
that you can't ever say that it's flawless across the board.
No.
Even in the dynasty era of the
Uh-huh.
Blackhawks, Hugh made some real shit calls, and he benched some players that he shouldn't have, and he should have given people more ice time.
He
You know,
ran
there were-
out a lot of the rookie younger players like
Exactly,
TPR and all these other guys, just because he didn't seem to like them. So that was, in
Yeah.
my opinion, a fault of Hugh. He did not give the young guys a chance.
Well, that's the thing about these older coaches. It's the new generation of hockey now. The players are playing different. There's different tricks. There's different ways to play now. The rules are different. Everything's different about hockey now. So when you get those older coaches that are set in the old styles of hockey, they're not going to collab well with these young players that are coming in at 18, 19 years old. Don't have that kind of seasoning. They're young guns coming into the scene with these new styles of playing, and you get people like Q, who's traditional and doesn't see that
Very
kind of he doesn't see that kind of play style working for his team. you're going to have some conflict. And when you have conflict, you're going to cut players. And that's what happened with Teravainen. That's what happened
And
with a lot of the young players.
Tyler, that's funny with Teravainen in particular that you mentioned that, because I was going to go that route just now anyway. So the Hawks have never been a big enforcing team, correct?
Right. Yeah. Well, we've had our enforcing times.
We've had our Bufflins, we've had our Seabrooks and stuff like that, but we've never been that type of like St. Louis Blues back in the day, or
Red Wings even. Red Wings have had some really nasty
Wall and all those guys. But we were always more built around speed and finesse. So why the hell would Teravainen get the short end of the stick
when he is nothing but speed and finesse? Oh my god.
That's
I
all
agree.
he is.
100% agree with that, especially considering Hugh when he pulled him to the team, right? So you've got Hugh was like on board with Teravainen at the beginning of the season. Trained him with Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane is one of the best speed finesse players in the league.
Yeah. Still to this day.
You've got Kane, who's literally taking in Teravainen as his prodigy, right? Saying that this kid can make things work. He can make things happen.
He's the second coming of Kane.
He literally is. And you get them two on a line together, and they're unstoppable.
Yep.
Proof is in what was it, the 2016 Cup? 15 Cup. 2015 Cup. When Teravainen runs the fucking show during 2 finals games.
Yeah.
And dumps goals. Yeah, and dumps goals in like they're nothing. And it's like you've got that happens, and then he gets traded the next year, and it's like whoa, what just happened? And that was that whole Q Teravainen not mixing together the way that they're supposed to, because Q is traditional and Teravainen is new. He's the new style of hockey. And so when you get people like Colliton in now, who's a younger coach, he knows.
He's younger than me, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and he knows that like things have to change. That hockey cannot be played the same way that it was, a decade ago.
No. So not if you want to be successful, at least.
So Colliton, I feel like, is taking risks, and he's young. So a lot of these decisions that he's making, while they may not always be the right decisions, he's doing something that a lot of coaches aren't doing. A lot of those traditional coaches aren't doing. He's trying to change the way the Hawks kind of see hockey.
See,
and I think that's a good thing.
I think he's trying to change that though too, because he's not given in a sense the greatest team. He's given a lot of young players who don't know what they're exactly doing. He's trying to piecemeal Kane with a whole bunch of those guys, because Kane is, if I'm not mistaken, he and Keith, because actually Duncan Keith was there before Kane.
Yeah.
I think those are the longest 2 tenured Hawks still. I mean, Taves has been gone all year. I don't think he's gonna play. I don't think he was placed on long-term IR like 2 weeks before the season started, and then that was the last we heard, and we've never been told what it was. Was it?
He hasn't skated. He hasn't done anything.
My nephew is under the speculation of
Landon.
Landon. He thinks, like, he's been reading. He thinks it might be cancer of some sort.
Oh my god,
that would suck.
I mean, I'm not trying to make up storylines here, but I mean, like, I mean, COVID could, but I mean, like, we've seen so many players in other sports which are just as strenuous come back to play after COVID. So I don't think
was in COVID earlier.
Yeah, I don't think it's COVID that kept Taves out this year. There's something bigger there. Whether it's a mental thing or cancer of some sort or something like that, I have no idea.
COVID has been smashing the NHL all season. I mean, we've had postponed games left and right.
The season started with like half the league on COVID
restrictions. So I wouldn't imagine that it's a COVID related incident.
I mean, I just wasn't sure. It's just I wish they were. I mean, hockey has always been one of those sports that's been so great in terms of they give you the injury update instead of like
Oh yeah, they're very
Baseball,
in
upper body
tune with the
injury,
fans.
you know, a lot of those sports are like, oh, he's got an upper body injury, he's got a lower body injury. It's like, oh,
Okay, but what?
okay, and then you find out like this guy had a lower body injury, as they said, and it's like, okay, he stubbed his toe. He's
Right,
out
yeah,
for
exactly.
2 days because he stubbed his toe, and he's
Right.
back. Like, okay, yeah, how about you
he
just
had a hangnail.
Yeah,
just say
for
what
real.
it is. You know, hockey, I feel like has always been straight up front. It's like, okay, this guy got checked and he's out, and then okay, you find the injury report. Oh yeah, he's got a concussion, or he broke.
Right.
You know, Patrick Kane got slammed in the boards from Florida. Was it
Oh yeah.
2015 or 2013, 2015.
It was
2015. It was the game. It was the year that Vermette was still at the team.
Yep.
You know, he got slammed into the boards and he broke his collarbone, clavicle bone, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know, they flat out said, "Oh yeah, Patrick Kane, he broke his collarbone or clavicle." Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. You know, in any other sport, oh, upper body injury. It's like, okay, well,
Well, I
what?
wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, hockey is known for being like, yeah, upper body injury, lower body injury. I know with like basketball and football, they're pretty much like, yeah, he had a concussion, or he has a broken toe, or a broken leg, or something like that, or a blister on his finger.
Yeah. Basketball is pretty good about it. Football can be very hit or miss.
I feel like
how
it's
they
actually
report their injuries.
I feel like it's actually hockey that is more
it hockey?
vague. Yeah, hockey is
Really?
way more.
is
Hmm.
it, I couldn't recall. I know.
Sometimes it can be.
Like there's numerous times you're just like, yeah, he's
I
out.
guess baseball's pretty good about saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, this guy pulled a hamstring."
Right,
Yeah.
right. I'm pretty sure it's hockey's that's the vague one.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. That sounds right.
Could be.
Because
Yeah,
you're hockey dumb.
I
don't
know
know.
that. Well, no,
Yeah,
that
well,
would
I've
actually
played
make
for
sense
fantasy
because
all year, but you're right. I'm dumb.
Lankinen's already at negative points because
Yeah, it's 1-0 right now.
Oh, the Cubs are playing too. Let's see how badly they're losing. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Ooh, White Sox rookie last night set a record.
Hey, holy shit! The Cubs are winning.
That's a first.
Chris Bryant's got a home run.
All right, that's a real first.
That's
No, my White Sox last night, Abreu hit a grand slam in like in one of the early innings. And then Yerman Mercedes, rookie, he's 28-year-old rookie, set a record of going 5 for 5.
Golly.
First player in MLB history to go 5 for 5 in their first start.
Hey, did you guys end up winning that game? Because I was actually
Yeah.
out last night. I
Yeah,
saw it was 7-4, and then it was 7-6 at some point.
It was 7-6 going into the ninth. White Sox put up 5 in the ninth.
Oof.
And then the Angels put up 1. I think Shohei Ohtani hit a solo shot,
Okay.
but not until after my boy Tim Anderson hit a 1 or 2 run shot.
By the way, you realize it's 3:30 my time, so
And
we've been doing this podcast for a bit.
we've
hour
been
and a half.
recording the video for about 55 minutes. We've been talking probably close to an hour and 10.
Yeah. Dude, time
So-
flies. I did not think that we were already at that. 'cause
No,
I looked down at my phone and I was like, golly, this is going by quick.
Yeah, this has been fun. This might be a
Dude,
good jumping off point for the week.
Yeah.
I will hopefully be able to get this all put together and everything before Monday and get it posted so we can get out there.
This
Dude,
is
this-
fun.
Dude, I love this. This
Hopefully we'll
is
be able
awesome.
to. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I think this is gonna. Viewers and listeners or not, I think this might be a regular occurrence for us. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, even if
It's needed for our sanity. I think just 3
Right.
guys to just, you know,
Mhm.
plus guests, you know.
chilling
absolutely.
vibe, dude.
I mean, and then I know Tyler, you already live down in Tennessee. Steve and I are up in Illinois right now. With me moving to Texas in a few months, I think it's just gonna be needed.
Oh god, yeah.
Like we can only do so much like bullshitting during video game time, which if Tyler ever finishes his computer, we can
So
only do
Don't
we can only
remind me.
bullshit, we can only
Don't
bullshit
remind
so
me.
much with that. But I think just getting an hour to 2 hours away from with families. Steve and I, we both have families with 2 children each. Tyler, you'll never have sex in your life, so I mean, you got
Yeah,
yourself.
exactly. No, I'll die of it.
It's a good way to just vent and just talk about what we want to talk about, not what our wives want to talk about.
It's nice to not. Yeah, it's nice to just have people to chill with.
Mhm.
Because like you go through the week and you're just working and working and working. You don't have any time to talk about anything you want to talk. That is,
Right.
yeah, it's nice to
Right.
get away from that and just kind of hang out.
It's very much needed.
It's needed, yeah, it's needed for sure.
And we'll get better with this as time goes by too.
I think this is actually pretty smooth.
This was
No,
a good,
as-
very.
I think
smooth.
that
Crazy
the
as it is, I
discussion,
think this was actually
discussion
relatively
itself,
smooth for our first time.
the
Yeah.
discussion itself has gone smooth.
Yeah.
Would have been damn near perfect had I started recording the video on time.
Yeah, you know what though? Who cares? You got it up and
Could be
running.
worse.
It's fine.
Oh.
It could be a lot worse.
Yeah. Eventually, I want to connect with some other podcasts. I know I have one that we will be able to connect with. That's
Yeah.
the High Chicago podcast that my sister-in-law and brother-in-law host.
Oh, sick, yeah.
So we will definitely get some cross-platforming there. Really get
Like-
our name out, and yeah, just see where this takes us.
Yeah.
Whether it makes us millionaires in the future, or whether it's just 3 guys just hanging out, drinking a few beers every weekend.
I don't think there's anybody that makes a podcast that's millionaires off of it.
Whether this makes us hundredaires in the future,
100
or
10 airs for me.
Yeah, yeah,
fine,
like
whether
single
whether-
layers.
whether this turns into beer money or not.
That's exactly what I want it to be. Just beer money. Cover my beer tab and I'll be fine with it.
We got to work
Lakefront
on that
Brewery,
beer sponsorship, boys.
Lakefront, please sponsor us. We could use some free beer.
Revolution.
Groenfall, I'd love to
Revolution.
get some
Any
beer or
Any
Mead.
beer company or liquor company that wants to sponsor us, we will drink your liquor and talk about
Aviation.
it.
Ryan Reynolds, see
Um,
us.
Milwaukee's best.
Not-
They hit us up. They hit us up.
No, I'm all about that Bush Light
We
over here.
passed.
The non-alcoholic
passed.
Bush Light. Give me that.
Oh my god.
O'Doul's, baby. O'Doul's
Keep-
comes on.
Give me that PBR.
Woo-hoo! Let's go.
We're going full hipster. Going full hipster now. Sheesh. No, I think this is. I think this is a good, a really good jumping off
I mean, it's
point.
not good.
It's not
Um,
good at all.
I don't know if I'll add in some of that earlier conversation we had prior to this. We have actually gone pretty long.
Yeah.
No, thanks for checking out our podcast.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
We really, really look forward to doing more of these. This is, like I said, it's a lot of fun. And we'll see you guys next week. Take it
Oh,
easy.
Yeah.
Take it easy, everybody.
Yep. Thank you.
If you like what you heard or saw on today's podcast, please rate, like, and subscribe.